Good evening, investors. Welcome back with me, Ainin Jaria, on KleverStock, serving you the latest updates for the closing bell this evening. Kicking it off with the evening updates from Bursa Malaysia. Bursa Malaysia stayed higher in mid-afternoon, supported by persistent buying activities in selected heavyweights, led by the healthcare and utilities counters. At 3 p.m., the FPM KLCI gained 0.67 of a point to 1,635.73 from Friday's closing of 1,635.06. The benchmark index had opened 1.08 points higher at 1,636.14. However, market breadth was negative, with 707 decliners surpassing 318 gainers. Another 478 counters remain unchanged, 1,061 untraded, and 7 suspended. Turnover stood at 2.72 billion shares worth 1.53 billion ringgit. Among the heavyweights, IHH Healthcare gained 20 cents to 8 ringgit and 33 cents. Tenaga Nasional grew 12 cents to 13 ringgit and 40 cents, and PPB Group garnered 32 cents to 10 ringgit and 54 cents. However, Petronas Chemicals slipped 10 cents to 4 ringgit and 18 cents, and YTL Corporation dipped 6 cents to 2 ringgit and 74 cents. In active trade, NextG added half a cent to 52.5 cents, and Borneo Oil was flat at half a cent, while K&M Group inched down 2.5 cents to half a cent. Tanco lost half a cent to 88.5 cents, and VS Industry narrowed 1.5 cents to 55.5 cents. Besides PPB and IHH Healthcare, top gainers are also included Nestle, which soared 26 cents to 97 ringgit and 28 cents, while Petronas Gas rose 20 cents to 18 ringgit and 78 cents. United Plantations gained 18 cents to 23 ringgit and 48 cents. Kuala Lumpur Kepong increased 16 cents to 20 ringgit and 36 cents. And PIE Industrial jumped 15 cents to 3 ringgit and 41 cents. Of the top losers, Malaysian Pacific Industries fell 32 cents to 30 ringgit and 90 cents. Petronas Dagangan and Far East Holdings slid 20 cents to 23 ringgit and 18 cents and 4 ringgit and 5 cents respectively. Ajinomoto shed 14 cents to 13 ringgit and 66 cents, and Fraser and Neve down 12 cents to 27 ringgit and 68 cents. Now, some updates on the foreign economy. Trump administration officials and top Republicans warned Sunday that Americans will increasingly feel the pain of an ongoing U.S. government shutdown as most federal operations remain shuttered. With Democrats refusing to give in over their demands for continued government health care subsidies in the budget, the White House says plans are being finalized for the firing of thousands of federal workers. Shutdowns are a period feature of gridlocked Washington when the two parties cannot agree on budget priorities. All non-essential workers are temporarily furloughed or left without pay, while the parties work out their differences. This time, the stakes are higher, with President Donald Trump telling reporters Sunday that the administration had already started to permanently fire, not merely furlough, government employees. Trump said it's taking place right now. It's all because of the Democrats. Democrats are causing the loss of a lot of jobs, blaming his rivals as he has done since the start of the impasse. The shutdown in its fifth day has shown no signs of ending, with a top Democrat saying that there had been no talks between congressional leaders since Monday. Kevin Hassett, who directs the White House National Economy Council, told CNN that there was hope for progress in talks in the coming week. Trump himself sounded resigned to the shutdown dragging on. Talks will center on addressing expiring Obamacare health subsidies. The Senate's Republican Majority Leader acknowledged the two sides were currently at a stalemate. Apologies for that. Senator John Thune told Fox News Show that Sunday morning futures said it's going to get uncomfortable, adding that some behind-the-scenes discussions were addressing the potential extension of subsidies for Obamacare. Moving on to property news update. The $1.6 billion Symphony Centre urban regeneration project in Auckland, New Zealand is poised to deliver significant economic benefits and emerge as a key catalyst in revitalizing the city's midtown, said Malaysian Resources Corporation Berhad MRCB. Chief Executive Officer Ravi Krishna noted that as a pioneer of transit-oriented developments, TODs, in Malaysia's through its internationally acclaimed Kuala Lumpur Central CBD, MRCB is now exporting its world-class urban development expertise to Auckland. He added that the project will support not just commercial activity but also the cultural and community life that makes Midtown unique. In a statement, he said, with tens of thousands of commuters expected to flow through the Waihoritu station daily, the Symphony Centre development's laneways and mixed-use offering will create a thriving new destination for residents, workers and visitors. MRCB is spearheading the Symphony Centre project, which will also be New Zealand's first vertical transit-oriented development. An event to mark the milestone was held on September 30th at the Symphony Centre's Immersion Gallery, attended by New Zealand's Prime Minister Christopher Luxon and Housing and Infrastructure Minister Chris Bishop. The launch highlighted the importance of TODs for Auckland's future growth. Developed by MRCB in partnership with local project management firm RCP, the project will feature residential, commercial, retail and hospitality components rising directly above City Rail Link's T Waihoritu station, which is set to be Auckland's busiest train station. RCP Director and Project Development Director Christian Monreal said the project is guided by a vision of where Auckland should be in 2028 rather than where it is today. He added MRCB has an unwavering commitment to delivering this vision through the Symphony Centre and upgrades to neighbouring Bledisole House. The Symphony Centre has been designed in close coordination with City Rail Link Ltd CRLL to ensure seamless integration with T Waihoritu station. The project is set to become the first development where residents can live, work and play all within a single structure. And now moving on to business updates. The Finance Ministry has gazetted the zero tax incentive for single-family offices SFO in Forest City. The gazette comes under the Income Tax Single-Family Office Incentive Scheme, Pulau 1 Forest City Special Financial Zone, Rules 2025. The Securities Commission, SC, said the Gazette dated October 3rd underlines the government's commitment in strengthening Malaysia's family office and asset owner ecosystem. The SC has also granted conditional approval to 6 families with an indicative assets under management AUM of close to 400 million ringgit. SC Managing Director Datin Paduka Azalina Adam said of the 6 families, 5 are Malaysians and 1 family is from Singapore. She added that the SC received strong interest since the scheme was launched in Forest City in September last year. To date, the regulator has received more than 30 expressions of interest. It is targeting 2 billion ringgit in AUM by the end of 2026, with family offices establishing their operations within Forest City. SC Chairman Dato' Muhammad Faiz Azmi said the government has established a comprehensive incentive scheme to strengthen Malaysia's family office system. He said the one-stop service coordination model further gives clarity and eliminates complexities, making Malaysia an attractive destination for wealthy families and international investors. The Gazetteman also formalizes Malaysia's first dedicated long-term tax incentive framework for SFOs. The framework offers a 20-year incentive period, providing exemptions on income, capital gains, foreign-sourced income, stamp duty, and dividend income for shareholders. The SFO scheme also includes a dedicated visa track for families and their investment professionals. With the Gazette in place, the SFO scheme is now fully operational. And finally, wrapping it up with another corporate news update. The Human Rights Commission of Malaysia, Suhakam, has called for the upcoming 2025 budget to be framed within a human rights-based approach, ensuring that fiscal policies protect the country's most vulnerable groups. In a statement, Suhakam outlined 7 priority areas for government consideration, urging that the budget measures reflect equity and accountability in addressing socio-economic challenges. The Commission said targeted assistance must safeguard low-income households amid ongoing subsidy rationalization, ensuring that they are not disproportionately affected by higher living costs. It said with subsidy rationalization underway, targeted assistance must ensure that low-income households are not left vulnerable to rising costs of living. Safeguards are needed so that fiscal reforms do not disproportionately burden the poorest communities. Suhakam also called for the expansion of social safety nets to cover workers in the informal sector, including access to healthcare insurance, retirement savings, and income support. It said health and education spending should be ring-fenced from cuts, while additional resources could be directed toward climate adaptation, disaster risk reduction, and community resilience programs. It said responsible budgeting should be guided by the principles of equity, transparency, and accountability, ensuring that every ringgit spent advances the dignity and well-being of the people. Suhakam added that parliamentary and independent oversight bodies must be adequately resourced to monitor allocations effectively and prevent misuse of public funds. It also emphasized the need to strengthen Suhakam's own independence and capacity by ensuring sufficient funding for its human rights work in line with the Paris Principles. It said the 2026 budget is an opportunity to reaffirm Malaysia's commitment to uphold the rights of all, especially the most vulnerable communities. A rights-based budget is not only physically sound but also socially just and sustainable. Now that's a wrap for Closing Bell Updates with me, Ainun Jarya from KleverStock. Thank you for choosing us investors. We shall catch up tomorrow on Tuesday. Goodbye.